The board exam results announcement day is probably one of those most dreaded days of the year for many students. There's queasiness in the tummy, head is bursting with all those what ifs questions, as well as heartbeats racing because of the uncertainty around getting the results. But the big result always brings a mixed bag of emotions and reactions. What seems like wow marks for someone could also be below expectations and upsetting for another. So if you're disappointed with your board exam results, it will hurt. And there's no doubt about that. To feel disappointed is to also feel let down and somewhat defeated. You held high expectations that something would work out in your favor. Your parents may be upset, angry, and disappointed as well. Family members will be curious to know your results and will probably have a judgment to pass. You may feel isolated, but you need to remember this one thing today, that your parents loved you for who you are, not the marks you bring or not. All of this is temporary, but family bonds are permanent. Whatever it is hard to feel satisfied if you have not got the results you wanted or worked for. And it's often easy to get caught up in a self-pity cycle at this stage. This always happens to me. I'm the unlucky one. Nothing ever good happens for me. This thinking pattern will not serve you a fruitful purpose. So why not challenge these thoughts in a different direction? Clarification. Some people know why they have not performed as well as their peers. And these reasons are often not studying hard enough, being too distracted with friends, movies, video games, or social media during the study preparation period. It could also involve falling sick, going through a difficult family situation, or just being unwell on the day of the exam. I'm wondering if you can identify with one of these reasons. Now, I'm not asking you to identify these reasons to point out a fault, but for you to remember and recollect what it was and help yourself learn from it. Your answer is key here. Expectations. Your expectations coming into the situation will always determine how you feel after the events have taken place. So say for instance, you had no expectations of certain marks. Therefore, you wouldn't be feeling disappointed right now because there were no expectations to begin with. So today it's important for you to ask yourself, if you're feeling disappointed, are your expectations realistic? Was your effort proportionate to the results you aspired for? What's also helpful is to look at individual subject results and analyze those. The effort you put in, what you did well, and what you wish to improve on in the future. The moment you begin to challenge yourself to think objectively about your circumstances is the moment you will gain so much clarity to start figuring things out to move on. At times, there are also underlying reasons for poor performance, such as a learning disability, there's depression, there's anxiety, there's also not being able to handle the stress. And all of these have a detrimental effect on a person's performance if left unaddressed. Because one is unable to concentrate and you get consumed by self-doubt, or you're just demotivated to study. If you think there's something over here that needs to be addressed, please tell your trusted adults and see a psychologist or a counselor. Disappointment can also lead to opportunities. Sometimes things come out of missing an opportunity which turns out to be better than the original choice. So sharing a real life story. Anya got 79% and missed getting into science in her reputed school in class 11-12. Her plan was to become an engineer. She went ahead with commerce and accounts in 11-12. So during her free time, she continued with her art classes, which she would have had to give up had she taken science. Her passion and talent grew in those years, and she ended up getting into a great design school. Today, she runs her own graphic design agency with a team of 18 people. And guess her age? 29. She has a great work-life balance and is satisfied with her life. In hindsight, she feels this was the best thing that happened to her. It led her to where she is today and so many incredible opportunities. So what you think you want to pursue with certain grades might not turn out to be the only and best option for you after all. Getting different grades might actually put you on a much more enjoyable and fulfilling path, even if you thought it wasn't the one for you. If you feel you could have done better or are feeling unsure about your results and performance, here are some tips for you. Speak to a teacher and ask for their opinion and guidance. At times, the entire batch in school has performed below expectations. This is something way outside of your control. Research the choices and options you have in front of you. There are various routes to get to the same destination. Choose another one in case the original plan is not working out. Don't give up on the plan itself. Once you're in the next phase, whether that's starting class 11 or college, this feeling of disappointment will get better. Channelize your inner power. Focus on your own little achievements. Look at those individual subject results. You will probably notice your effort and hard work has paid off in at least one of them, if not more. Also, you can look at non-academic areas to make yourself feel well. So whether it's any hobby or co-curricular activity which you enjoy and you're excelling in. Remind yourself of those strengths and qualities that you have within yourself and use them to leverage yourself. Here is something for you to think about. What does success look like for you? When most people imagine it, they envision all things amazing, glitzy, and happy. It's like having it all. But in reality, it's a very different story. The journey of success is filled with mistakes, setbacks, failures, and unmet expectations. How does one learn and grow without those experiences? Success is ups and downs, not a straight line. And that's what life is. So find your passion, find what tickles your curiosity, find your interest, and work hard to make that a reality. But if you're very disappointed, upset, or worried about your future, it can really help to talk to a trusted adult or a counselor and psychologist.